na bakosem no me am tia me ka say me boss prekope Radio Good over 15 years ago. Now I am head of sports on the gym wa 2 Emma me beye ensentreni e won kran abra na mafi Kumasi aba say ye ko African Cup of Nations ye ni kotokoni as e ko abruchi akwa kutwa ball say ye ko World Cup papa yi ene ma makonya ama me ko ni nyinara e say a businessman and major focus entrepreneurship was a travel and tour expert the enkofo adwumayefo ankrankran ekwa manone abra almost smooth packages and that year a Ghana Sports 5-year development plan with $100 million expectations of the new sports ministry and baba didi unkomo. Good morning, Mo.
Morning, Nana.
Bajo nyame admo mbe o microphone ma me kakra
yo
na anyom tsen
ni mum de ederade ase e wo nkwa na e wo ahondin de na kire se asidanko na edi menya nkopɔ
de se me so ne menya kwanya se me baba interview regarding Ghana Sports they da se pass ye fro within short notice with me abekens anyame sha obebre bajo Kofi Adams and I say ya follow as the new sports minister or minister for sports and recreation and sani ebe for Kofi Adams krano na wedi kan edin same way aba betudwa mbese me boni yetie ye wi na ya ton komo no so.
Yes, love sports. Yeah. So performance na on pese ohunu twin is an opportunity say obema odo a epe a omo no ma edo no so yen den emrasa. We have not been there is omo pe nanso yama odo no andane into a certain positive energy. So ena nsenchiro for so a omo in the sports sector no so or say we engage you on. There will be someone say, are they happy with the state of sports, various aspects of sports? If they are not happy, it means oh, year you may become extinct. You will be in Ghana and you will only be doing European sports and the rest. Abra wankasa wo mind yeno bi enkoso. Is that what they want? No. At the end of say we should begin to generate positive energy. Omoso management. Do you want to continue managing till there is nothing? Bedroom baby no. Omaye ina beka say afedi ye pese ye di bibia be kwa share sport. Is that what you want? No. So say ya kunto kwa bi say mimpei na say e the year ko decline a drew point I was saying in ayetna home say look, we need to now revive it again.
So credit be kwa ma yenwan mo Kasapa FM. Credits bekwama yenwan mo kas interview wo mu ene ye de ho sem abrel anopei e wo dwumedie ne so nti hye no so na famen moment samra on chen. Are you surprised that Kofi Adams is the sports minister in Ghana?
Oh well, surprise yes. Na me feel say ebia ye befa obi a wode no ho ahihye sports mo kakra. But at the end of the day, a president decided ebia onene edi nkita ho ewo nkugum say na mpese me obetimi aya na so metimi aya no so okay and me the 2 million be ma na de da me no yeah mame yes, it came as a surprise that Kofi Adams is the chosen one, but nonetheless Kofi Adams will be an near day yenim senior baby ofri from spokesperson of former President Fly Lieutenant General John Rawlings, Obedidi party ni Muama, Obeye MP. Enti yenim say ni edin, eni adebakwa at least I am happy about say he will not be just any pushover. Enti wanya bedie, we welcome him and I believe the sports fraternity are looking forward to what he has to offer for Ghana sports. Because he see Ghana sports in the as achia. Achia akakakra na ebuka, but you see achia so emu nti ye ntwen manimbu ti ye hope say Kofi Adams wabai eni daso owo no or the beba na yare say what me I revive Ghana sports because see the Ghana sports in Kuyi.
But na uwo obiti true anka opese e friend ana.
Oh na me nim obiti true but na me hwe say e wo say ye fa obi a owo sports enimde. Obi a odi sports niema adi nkita ho da because to me me feel say Ghana sports no e wa bakwasem. Uhwe niema bebre esi wo sports mo a dodo na ye omo ba omo ye green. Omo nse dan nim bibia fa sports omo no mo ba ya na de bibia hwe omutrim no omko malamisa.
But just wo ni mutaka ye adwuma.
Yes. Haj Muntaka. Ono so sa. What you say? Enti ase uba na onu hwi na niema ne bi wo ho a unti ase papa na omo de wenim ayefo. Enti na me hwe say sa bakwasem no ye behwe na obi a onim sports minti udi sa wazan be ba no say
ya chill da
de oye no minim. Aha but omo nim hu nim de no na de form ho no. But I hope say na America no Kofi Adams obi a na ne yedin. Enti yen hope say enu odin no obetimi e dia ye dwuma ama niema a ye hwehwe Ghana sports no akonkan.
Therefore, where the your friend aprapra kwamu, afin ye ba be call ni key points are opeso de boa Ghana sports no. Max buy your leader, home appliances, smartphones, accessories and everyday goods. Open fridges, television sets, microwaves, freezers, open kettles, blenders are bra Max buy. Now when him say mobile phones there, a boo or Max buy. Oba ya so ya Techno building, second floor, Dakuman Junction. Oba won say your phones no be bre or Techno there no there. Ye dia bar a door so pa na any kasam ne say a born da form. After so uniska o de beto ya juice kaka krebi na ya ma say there 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Dia won ho odin besu bia no watwa ne kakran enkosi say obetwa ne nyina awie eninti Max by there odia now dia sem for any chair Max by so ye unim say obi wo ayeranzen La Paz Circle Station yesan e obi wo Kaneshi Pamprom ye obi wo Dakuman Junction he yayi odia sem ena yesan obi wo Kwame Nkrumah Sek yo Techno omu shop ni nchen wono e wo Circle no e wona Max by ya so ye wo 3 shops in Kwam ena ye wo Circle okọ Tamale Sunyani Kumasi eho nyina yewo eye shops ho okay enti shanunso na fama 44 minutes after 10 a.m. 22nd January 2022 na mo mimi so your experienced people be to so Professor Francis Dodu Nilante Van der Poy Benunu Mensah Elvis the Free Ankra womu nyina na president side stepi womu no kofa Kofi Adams na chese wo hu bibi onimu
En na America say ye nim say president so wo edaswo Emma Sports e bia na nkrofo we nyina wo ho but oni Kofi Adams di hu nkita ho na Kofi akire say oh wo de mama ametimi aye enti ye man the benefits of the doubt na dey nso 4 years say ni o first year second year wa anya de a me sure say president na mo ade opeso ye wo ba na wantimi anya otimi sisan enti se na mekai no yes omo sports inimdie no ana omo adi sports nkita ho no wo ho but at the end of the day president so any daswo for what he has for Ghana sports no e bia na oni na di nkita ho ye nim se ne answer na obefo obi no oni ne kasa
right
aha me pese me yes ade we even though say de no we ni say obetimi aye o so oh metimi aye wo mama ya mesu mehwe am na ye de ama no enti ye man the benefit of the doubt and am ka say Kofi Adams so neni ye di me say enye obi a otimi fa no so keke
sure
from baby ofri oni obi a otimi ni former president for Reverend John Rollins ye dwuma de
yeah
na kire say wafim ansa na ohwe party no mu aya obedi party executive ansa na obeye MP enti yes sports de ye nim no say onim sports hu bebre but managerial and visionary skills no eni na hia eno na ya American say uni obi oyibo
e hona nka me de wo kono asa wo mitri what can be dida as say mako Ghana web mako graphic online mako be say 5 portals e bi kra wa abrochi omo report say o say the new sports minister must be visionary and bold mbacho fie kom kakre
yo say na America say visionary and bold no yempe sports minister obeba na kire say ti say na na emeko na o manage na oba ya okay mu budget ye den mu program ye den okay ye beboa mo aha ye nisika ye ntwen ye kopesika sa ne ma no debi bold ni ye oba ye Ghana sports into fast sports disciplines ni nyina sports disciplines ni nyina ye wo Ghana sisi is going over 90 associations but the be any say key strengths the hin na dodo na to qualify for all African games the hin na dodo na to qualify for Commonwealth games the hin na to call Olympic games now yenim say edu African games Commonwealth games na numbers no drop Olympic games na drop adan from grassroots no talent development no na asay sisi ade mitime kasa say because succession planner tete no ewo ho yeye athletics yeye volleyball yeye eni ho so we must find a level playing field for all the sports disciplines yenya targeted plan for all and then we earmark ebia 10 or 20 year omono ye champion omo agenda for African games Commonwealth games Olympic games and even international championship in their various fields. So athletics are world athletics championship. So volleyball are world championship. There's a systematic name also. Now when in your dinner, okay, because Duduana ba football.
I want to compare some.
As I said, Duduana concentration in your football, and your other disciplines.
But your minister bet me a bar or because say. Obama equal attention to all sports.
And then America say you need the bold and visionary leader. You are saying so now you who normal, unya normal results. Uba now say say sa na ye no ntie ye nko no sa results no say na tie na. Uhwe ewiasem nkrofo o ma breaking grounds. O ma ye niema ye hu a. E o mo ka say awa bodama na wejimi. Ade osma how can way possible.
The unthinkable.
Yes. You take calculated risk, you follow it with a proper strategic plan, and you achieve it. And American disciplines in outline programs. Make sure the funding is there. I'll come to funding. How we do it.
Your government on their budget. Plan for sports development.
Yes, I'll come there.
All right.
But what we are saying is, Uba now say sports discipline. They say no, they kake benya na yemfa mom na enye. Instead of say you have to be bold and make sure say let them get ubia equal share. Say badminton for here 1 million Ghana cedi. For mom. Football for here 20 million. You scrutinizing nowhere for mom. Of course, all the budgets cannot be the same. Obi subi. Bobi kitwa de no to be akese ne mo anya ne de. Na kitwa na ono no de kitwa no kra betimi anya ne ma be. Because of concentration of niema ayepe. Football na popular and a football no na yetimi san kwan wo ho because mpanyimfo no ade si bebia uye djuma no e na udidi on be san kwan memi wo ho a me san kwan wo ho but make sure say obeye djuma no say ho no na kwan no doso but I tell you say opportunities are other places are obetimi asan kwan but they are not looking at it because the omuni man football boxing athletics kakra do all African games and Olympics there na fe say push athletics sisi athletes ni eja e kodu competition sana ye hwehwe no so you have to be bold by taking bold decisions say look obia budget nsabeka say government end to me enya nyina how do we get funding for them I have that strategy and plan and yet they be not depending on government. There are 1,001 sports funds across the globe from Asia, Europe to America. You can source them. Wow. That is how you are a visionary. It's why you're bold. So obia benya ne chefa obia mfa ne plan from local planning, continental planning to international planning. 3 steps. Wow. National no then year for volleyball, national no then year for basketball, national no then year for athletics, national then year amateur boxing, national then year for
we don't have such a plan right now.
Nana sports na say me take wo plan be ne o ebi wo no ye ana wo evidence afama me ebi ni o national plan for the sports ebi ni o continental plan for the sports ebi ni o international plan de bia frefre kobo ni ye e could do championship na hey athletes be na hey you see Kwame Yaobi or Holland or Janima Nottingham College yen go fa namra yen train kakra. No, we need a plan.
All right,
and follow the plan.
It's for yani any ashefo amoshe Max TV. Yani Mr. Mohammed Alhassan, renowned senior sports journalist in Ghana. Edumande we German. And as I say, or a businessman, international businessman. Now we over 15 years radio gold head of sports. After so why inter allies almost spokesperson Mbakai Charles Marshall Belep committee abra disaster si babaya stadium eti committee no na oka committee no one omo kasa map for penny after so Ghana 2010 World Cup ye call South Africa wono ena na oye coordinator for Ghanaian supporters. Mamisanka will say 2008 AFCON na e born or Ghana e host to no one and a distributor nationwide of the a replica jerseys supporters actually a support to Ghana AFCON 2008 no enti adwuman de wo match anketi team as say why na Akachi All Stars no first near friend of Pure Joy FC one first communications director of the team enti eba no football dia wakoba samukai 2007-2008 Champions League finals Barcelona and Manchester United na owo Stadio Olimpico Italy ko interview Alex Ferguson Simone Messimo World Cups there wakwa wodo African Cup or cover African sports extensively and was an era administration of sports mu enti enkomo ani ni edi no yemnenti ani di or well connected yera create for the sports ministry kra no the nyonkono no a ono so all the plans for Ghana sports and into any atu and sa friend am ye ne edi san komoi into utie na so question bi wo bibi a opese the boy dwumedi na now dia ban 050636719. Our special guest on the big interview Mohammed Alhassan mpacho yesi we propose $100 million for a 5-year development plan to address the underperforming sports sector in Ghana. Where from this idea we be ka say jaida esum no na we dey anya possible you go first kan kra wen Ghana ha yenya amanfo dini sikai ade na papa you dey asema entimi nyeye eba ye Ghana sports mu yi
yo sese na me kai no Ghana no eya na ye penema normal ena makase we nema normal la onya normal resource we nema extraordinary onya extraordinary resource wo edwumem na nana obi ba anopa 9 ebo 5 no apon no ko obeye no sports ko na ba ku de ebebo 3 no wo ha 12 nyina no wo ha oye research sankrofo mienu no eba no say wo be ma award ahwa na rebe ma no
yo ba ntemo otwen ne research na
because enye normal say wo say de bia wo ba adwuma 3 na wo so wo ponte no apon
that's out of the normal
eno wo hwe a wo be say na ho kekakra no e different because adwuma no de no ho ahyem. The entire mechanics and say sports no over the last 15 years no akofom ye ni plan bia na say sports so ye sector ye hwe ni ya ye benye skapa number 1 e be my employment, number 2 e di sika beba crew, number 3 e be she Ghana enimonyam ama yenya international investors sisi ya ututu kwa ya uko Saudi, UAE, now also free Ghana. Yembo president you. You see, you know Abedi Pele? You know Asamoah? Uko Australia. Now, also from Ghana. You say, oh, Azuma Nelson. You from Ghana, Azuma Nelson. Sir, sports athletes na ni Bobo Mudin. International investor bi. Billionaire bi she baby no person dey sikare baby no say baby Ghana for boxing omo no mo lead athletics omo no mo win na sakro okro omo ye den and me nkosi academy bi wo ho but wo ayenti wo nka den na obi a over billions or person or invest in sports no oba won chen baby o ti wo nka no ho na obekọ we Dubai na a desert say you can 20 years ago say na Dubai ti ene be you because of abodam na desert wey ni put e be den we see skyscrapers ama nkrofo free UK US abet now abi offices adding ubodamana but you need that's the vision I'm talking about. You need to see what we can do with Ghana sports. Ghana no nyame shine with talent. You school na inter colleges ni inter schools no who talent.
Right.
Yen training no. Yes o nkola mumra na competition. Ube ha baku wo mu a oye exceptional yen training no. Obroni ni de obefa no training no. Udwane ahumi sei. Udu ha ma wo ni sei no o training say sa na dwane. Yen training yen sa o.
Right.
Ghana ha nana bo player baku di mam ya ye fa say ye training no onim bo ye fa no ye train no ball no bo ye player bi sa o Ghana
David
a natural talent boxers are ye wo a o magidi obi na fa o mu train no say oh no crowd dey nsakra onim to e na ye training no e na ipakro no develop the interest ipakro no was skill no
right
and sana ye the support financial support ni other training in aboa no so we have that. All we need is the vision to push with strategy. And I make us a sikano. Yes, there sports ministry on the budget. But the budget
omo company say abribia eswa enso.
Yes, and I make us say eswa. That is where you need a visionary thinker. Say sports facilities say what we are saying. Why not donating sports in the whole world? Omo agenda then omo pay. What can I do to tap into those places? Ada na obi timi kosi stadium over 100 million e will be masu. Ada no obi ko be academy 100 million e will be masu. Ada no obi timi be sports complex enye ni kro.
Yeah.
It's an investment. Nti obi be invest wa say Ghana ha me be Colosseum sports athletes do be athletes be world championship onya sen. Boxer or get it to higher speaker. Boxer baku timiku G on a day. Timiji 10 million, 20 million, 40 million, 50 million, $100 million. Na se Ghana ni timiji $100 million. Na ya titi the taxes. Yemfa ni se ya titi taxes 50%, not the 50 million back home ha. And boost to your GDP.
It does.
Se athletes call World Athletics Championship. Omono musikari is between $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Yemfa de say 10 athletes obia di $2 million about chrome ha and you're boosting the GDP.
It does.
Omo families affect them. Say the mami ebi odijwa no obi supermarket man on creating employment. There's direct and indirect benefits of our athletes succeeding. Youth na omo nam kwan omo ton ade a omo ni de so bia no sports is the answer. Yembiemu your competition na
that's what you call talent identification and development.
Yes, the talent identification and make us a talent no Ghana no athletes no who train no kakra oko o here small fine tuning no oko who identifier afi saying na we developing no who develop na sika o be na funding no we have international grants, international donors, sports all the international sports federations have money for their associations. It depends on how you go and apply for it. FIFA, omuni development goals. Omuma iskadebia. IOC, they have money. All the international federations, they have money for national associations to develop. Apart from that, there are sports foundations across the globe who want to put money in sports.
Federations never catch us said says kana above from international bodies, you know. It is tailored towards specific programs.
Yes, so you have to design the program.
Right.
And America say you need a strategy. Obibema Oscar, see, me pese scan ye say, who strategy plan na no. Then a falling in that line. So you don't over depend on the government budget, but you can get international funding from the associations, from sports foundations and grants. Millions and dollars of them. But uti ho now I say a condo. Osusu na nada kwa ne wewe. O mbe ka kire na nada kwa say a condo na de bia hu na me de bia na condo no bia. Na nada kwa na invest kan me wan bisa no de be ma.
Debi.
Oti ase na oba so na hwe a condo mi na enemi didi a metimi ananti akokaswa. Minim say de bia wo pesa akoko white one. Hey, I know to the 10 cedi ba me ko amenya no 5 cedi amount. Nana. Nipa ko no kasa asim cho umpesa man is kan kra na. So nim say akọ no wo so odidi wi a. Oboko akope ade ade bia me pe no.
Anti obama na aduane no mana kofa ba.
Strategy. The people want something. You that you want, then obey man no so the beji. No ama wo sika no dia ade obey no. That is what I'm saying. You need a bold and visionary leader. Into development plan on say that no talent identification, development, looking for the grants. You free who coaches no to the be Catalan university na Jama one more athletes na pe. We are looking at who develops them. It comes to the coaches, the trainers. Trainers then yeah more. You can either send them abroad or bring the expertise from there to come and train them here. Vice versa. Put me do one for free. Abroad there's way. Ebi mo ha sike DNT yanya budget kese omo kodezo no board you no mo ko training. There's way you can send them there for free. Scholarships bebre to train them.
Scholarships and academies. Yes. And also ebeboa in education for the athletes. You be saying
Nana athletes education they bia etimika you no pay class start be soccer and boots.
Yeah, but one cra.
Yeah.
Boots and books.
Oye kakra wa bre because kanoma. Ati asiye. Yao, michiao. Oye kakra wa bre but that is it. And I make us so you bold and visionary. Near man who you to be near chon. Forget them and push the agenda. You be a bon sibamo. Oye champion. But ubre no na so be omo shell, omo name. That's what I'm saying. You need a strategic plan to follow. Inti I will say any academies no. Any sponsorship, you identify talents now. Trainers now what happen to me? You better say, can they match them? If we have 1,000 athletes, cut across, athletics, volleyball, boxing, whatever, do we have the trainers? What do we do? You professional, MMA training woman, and I do one for training.
You know, there used to be a program like that.
Yes.
I'm not Jerry Rollins so on. I think the program, Minister said I saw, especially with the Cuban government. Ana Cuba former Ghana boxing coaches. Meeting betina kroma no mu training Ghanaian boxers no. But at the same time
and America said, "Yeah, man, you know, say plan B any ho. If there was a plan, can you follow? And this should be a plan, a lifetime plan. Maybe 5 years. We should continue it. But I'm saying 5 years, so that we give ourselves a timeline. Timeline. Now you know that you are running against time. You should achieve. One for the target, but one for timeline and bow. Set time. 5 years, $20 million a year. Yes, a year for 5 years. It's 100 million. 20 million. Many
for a year, no.
Yes, for all the sports disciplines.
I am the same Busa say.
Nana. Sports disciplines is your me
Mo ababu be 80.
Inti CFA say 80 divided by 100 you're saying. And you can't even share it equally. When you say football never football is going to take about 30 to 40% in 50. Now other ones no so. Athletics is huge because remember athletics no more also.
Yeah.
There were long jumpers, high jumpers, 4 by 100, 200 meters. The sansu swimmers. Yeah, bomodin were swimming. Almost so almost budgets can even take also around 30 to 40%. And some other disciplines, especially when we want them to go through national championship, African championship, and the world championship. And see, this one crown, you bet me hit targets be. And I'm saying, there's return on this. What it's no core. No more winning laurels are. You pay them. When the boxers are good, over 5 years period, he becomes a world champion. You are making return on investment. With footballers, Omutumiji African Cup, Omutukibi Koji World Cup, Sikana Ediba. Na say World Cup by government, Mufa Scanum, FSC, or Yansu, say scan by will be a but Yedi Sikabe Mama Nabano, and I in your plan, not will be a channel. So once there's a systematic plan to follow, you will achieve your results. And these are both things you need to do. Now, $100 million this one boxer, $100 million within 5 years. We a year.
Wow.
Or you're world champion. $100 million now. And you see, there are things we need to do. Say government to support to we should support fully. Say athletes, government is investing so much in you. Business as well. That's why I'm saying you must be bold. We are putting so much in you. We see government, you give 20%, you give 30%. Into athletes on himself, or backing from government, or ye be now on himself is available. Into the second subal, no government attending their nose watch would ye.
All right, Mohammed Alhassan, and a common senior sports journalist and businessman. And what can be about infrastructure development? What are 3 key points in infrastructure development? Modern facilities, accessibility, and community sports centers. And pacho, feel come kakre because the yesia mind that I cry yatiti mana apansam.
Your problem, no. You're saying no. Management of facilities a big problem, and this time around I will urge the new sports minister say omunhwena facilities no omunhwena
more previous governments and ministers are catching say more plan for maintenance but yehu
na mete say you see every year there was money allocated for the renovation of the various stadia nanso enko bi bottom ena munye djuma me pese yes arire mu na ehu ne kure wom say ampampa say documents are yedi show na asma ye ka say over 10 million yedi mo bi say on fanye renovation na ye hu hwidi a na kire say abropa ni intermaker say you need a very bold sports minister because say hey una wajis kana wonye djuma no let's deal with him say yedi amo bi a ye announce say hey yedi nana dakwa yedi stadium ahye nsa every year bia ye man say wanye ne year ye holding responsible Mohammed Alhassan yedi Tamale stadium amano every year bia on know say so the people know some of the things are even there. So you realize that it is not known. But when there's an open plan, open agenda, everybody knows. And I say, oh, every year you be a tender twice for renovation. So say, tender no, company A na win the company A. Anko ya and I unsu sansu ntwem ani nkoyi me I don't believe say enkoyi wanya de tumi show bin sansu onye djuma so onye and that is why you are there especially in the sports ministry and paper office djuma bebri and you're walking the talk and doing what you have to do to make sure the sports industry succeeds into infrastructure now existing ones you know sika yesi yeni sika insu government is allocating money for renovation yenye na yeja se obudi insu na asheda ya paper no mudi sika ya say abind you omudili. Number 2 sports colleges no e was say they reintroduce no na you modernize no e na talent identification e beba at the end there you see there's always a formula if you don't want to follow it you ubebre we already schools were to gather young children.
Sure,
we have a curricula for sports. Sa curricula na yaya masisi akra.
Ai basa.
Yesusa no edu sa time ye nyina ye ni agi p.
Yeah.
Uko bobo.
And in schools you crap only compounds are the best anyoma.
I realized say na me bought table tennis. Pa.
Yeah, I know.
I played for my school. I was a school champion. I represented the zone. I was a zonal champion.
Basic. Wow.
Junior high.
Wow.
You see, so that is where if the plan was there, somebody who has won school champion, one zone now.
You'd have been mentored.
No afano. But on my own, I go to the stadium. Those days it was world champions. I had a friend, training me. The first Ghanaian who went to the world championship. Training me.
The Kofodia guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Nanayao.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was even before on a senior. Okay. Whatever make no primary school or nursery. As far make 90s as make.
Wow.
World champion. No training. So that is how we nurture the talents who identify say will be to me winning school champion or to me a zone or to me a district or to me a regional champion. That is a talent you need to develop. And it is basic. You don't even spend much money because inter schools, free. Schools now. That is where you identify the talents. From a honor, then you can do the national championship by bringing these ones together and then injecting money into facilities here. Because the today bia, me say me nyo me name say stadium or obi o say nkregwa why champion. In school. or why no train no stadium be no ko na ko train say me luckily I was in Accra so me say o mama ko Accra stadium ko
sure
me call am share world champion no me say oh me person me also near bra metri no
so
it was my own
extended facilities in the communities no
a systematic plan where the ones we are discovering that have talents that have potentials we take them through a pragmatic system to develop them for future competitions.
And you know, federations, various federations in Ejumana, it should start from the national, like a ministry, not so. So more in all of this, where does the National Sports Authority comes in?
Sports Authority no under wine.
Under the ministry.
Yes. Enti omo eno di kokwasa. Ena federations no be catch on so nisika or they be acquire talents and across the country.
Yeah.
Enti a sports minister now oye bold visionary. And over support to say munye say every region be a say school there were district so you can use this education machinery no to complement the sports so okay won't mean ko every district be your education your PE you be more coordinate am
sure
so but the mamu mo na wa fan wo ha that's why I'm saying it's a systematic plan we no also mobile for consultancy means me na
somebody is asking obi say good morning NDG. Please ask Mr. Alhassan if he's ready to assist our new sports minister for our new minister of sports and recreation if he's called upon.
Oh, why not? Me a Ghana ni say Ghana be ye no I'm happy. Say yes yo afa Blasters akoji World Cup. Under 20 asa akoji World Cup. Under 17 asa akoji World Cup. Oh, you were 5 boxing world champion, lightweight world champion Ghana ni, welterweight champion Ghana ni, heavyweight Ghana ni, basketball team Ghana Omakoji African Cup, badminton for Ako winning world championship. I'll be proud. And I'm saying these are things that will bring money to Ghana. And the highlights, you know, who are CNN, who are BBC, who are international press. He bring who corporate investors Ghana. He makes it easy. We are sports minister now. Who America now? Who investor? Who say oh me world champion at lightweight Ghana ni, welterweight Ghana ni, Ghana ni. Into investing in Ghana boxing.
You talk about boosting the presence of Ghana in international competitions such as the Olympics and the Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
We go, but we don't go to bring anything
because
better.
Because plan be any ho. You can say you're starting from now. 2025, 2026, we are nurturing talents and developing them. In the next 2 years, Nana, if we decide to do this systematically, from 2028, 2029, we will say, yeah, we need African Championship. Sisi Nana, football no cry a penal. Who di mo akwenu we commentary.
Mr. Benu Mensa so chow.
Yo, me jene so. Maybe sao Nana, sisi a who kohwe ball e wo stadium. House body kotoko player be na wo kohwe no. Body mame.
Kwampoku for kotoko.
E na house ye hwan.
House there. Na do house ye be hwe hwan. Hamza Isa, who say we count Modi.
Nana poku nkrofo sen anim.
Kwampoku. Oh, he's popular but not like when maybe Nana Hindua was playing for Kotoko. Or when maybe Charles Taylor was playing for Kotoko. Or yeah, your baby, but
Ghana boxer Ben Pan or Koko and over person of Kakore.
Cecilia Kasi. So now only the La Hoya Echo Abruchi, me boxing there.
Many donkey in Kasa.
And I saw interview donkey. And Padia Okon in China and Bob Arum.
Yes.
Yeah. Ghana boxer Cecilia there. Richard Comey, Debbie.
Oh, near my boy. I will say a sports minister. Ultimately Bob Arum, Ekasa. Also ultimately Don King, Ekasa. Also ultimately De La Hoya, Ekasa. Also ultimately Mayweather, Ekasa. These are the people who are moving and shaking boxing in the world. And if you want to develop, you should speak to them. And it is easy. You can go through them through the Boxing Federation, especially Azuma Nelson is alive. Ikwate is alive. These are people who can just make a phone call and it's a done deal. What you say? And I may say, with the systematic plan, Nana, we can do it and do it better. If I say winning African Championship from this year, you started talent development. Next year, you develop women. Me see from 2027, 2020, you say African Championship, you're winning now.
But
from there, we continue to nurture them. 2020, the next 4-5 years, you see that we are winning the international championship. Yeah, but World Olympic Games, any World Athletics Championship, no, we say we are winning. We are not just participating. In the past, saying, oh, and I participating. We say just a crap. We should from 2025. This should be long gone. It should be long gone. And I am. They say, many opinion Benuno Mensa. ATM.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm saying. He's been there for a very long time. BT Baba Muwahono. Athens 204. Near started to quite Olympic Games.
Oh yeah.
Australia near Koi. Ben by Obono Homodin, but I think say also pushing more. Mr. Nuno Mensa, Sisiano. NDC power and I'm say who affiliation with NDC into push if you need support we'll come and push them to do the things. There are things we know look, we can do it, and now you are connected. You go for IOC meetings.
Sure.
You need to create networks with people. And yes, you committee now, committee challenge them. Make a case for Ghana. Make a case for Africa. Go for positions. Seek for grants. Most of the people there are billionaires, especially the Asian countries. Any Europe, Qatar, Kuwait, UAE, Saudi, Germany, Italy, France, Spain. They have great funding for sports. And so you have for the committees now. No masamba. But you need to follow up.
One key area about development planner. Mesumenia bosso PCF. We see young prioritizing investment. Was sports historically am I excelling?
Yes.
Ebini football,
yes.
Boxing,
yes.
Athletics.
Yes.
Ehon yemas kanu kopa.
And I will say yemas kanu kopa. And I will say yema yeninsu ekopa because ehon talents no buhochu. And I make an.
Unti minga se uko investor canoe enrolling akwajibi.
Canoe enrolling. Omudo budget beba. Ensu boxing there for budget mom. Okay. Plan canoe enrolling day. You always let them start with a national plan. Canoe enrolling, mu plan for national. How do you develop national champions? Day, move on budget in bra. That's where you start from. Because you also want canoe enrolling to hit at the World Championship and Olympic Games. You start with the national. From the national, no, you're champions now. That is where we nurture and develop them. We take them for training, or we bring international trainers to train them here. They go for championship competition outside. Players no Togo high krana. Omunisika. I remember when I was following volleyball. Togo, omukoya championship. Na Dani Asem. Bas. Then my uncle was the volleyball chairman, the late Mustafa Garba, former MTTU boss. He was then the volleyball chairman. Sikenio, he had to find Togo higher.
Ghana team for a national team in Koho.
Nasika Semaya Basa. And these are the things we are talking about. If you have national champions and they are here, they are not competing with their colleagues on the continent, how can they develop? How will they reach their full potential? Until let them create the national plan. How do we get national champions? From national champions, how do we get continental champions? From continental champions, how do we get international champions and world champions? Into our budget, can we enroll in national budget for getting champions? Will not be the same as football. Will not be the same as athletics. Will not be the same as boxing. Into your beer, you cut your coat according to your size. But can you enroll in the budget? But say, oh, this year, if I say a national championship, on all the coastlines. A honey competition. On budget bar, who scrutinize by Naya, Monfam, Moon support, Mumaye Dede. Along the coastline, let's support, use the media, everybody. Yeah, national canoe and rolling championship. Obi on bra. When they get there, we get the champions, then we take them further. Okay, from there now we have the champions. What is the next step? On the continent, which competitions should we go to? Which training rudiments should we go through? And then champions now, oh, we win a job. Uberana, a canoe maybe or ton fish. Body, no call, no ton fish. Or you championship now. After 6 months. I question. Hey, boy, no,
jive fish in the town.
No, I jive now. About 2 weeks training, 1 month camping. Yes, we call championship. Bronino or no training from Nkwalabre. What training 10 years? Now 6 months training. No? Could compete 10 years training? It won't work.
21 minutes past 11, the 22nd day of January. It's a good conversation, a national conversation we're having with the experienced sports journalist and businessman, Mohammed Alhassan. And he's come up with a brilliant idea. Ghana sports. Now, you talk about good governance and sustainability.
Yes.
And also regular audits, yes. Financial reporting,
yes.
To ensure accountability of the monies that go to the sports sector.
Because it didn't say who budgets and say cocoa season need. I say regular audits. And I make us obey the budgets by scrutinize the budgets. No, it is canon so my and said they also do be no the and a good governance. No, na yenya regular reports on progress. Obu o this kind of man now can enroll for this. Almost on pay maybe a 500,000 they have near job. Debi.
Yan share do kwakwe.
Muslim we na tambe na ye follow den. My akosi say when they follow up, do regular audit, check them, and that is the only time they will succeed. Now this come up now also on the budget my approval man on kwaye. And obey then why ebi onu so ho de ka no afes kan bi akocherika athletes mo ba no yom de oh munji kakra ska ni namba obehwa na athletes bu efu omo se oh ye omo man ska ye ba ndidi, and these are things we hear and see every time. So there must be regular audits, there must be regular follow-ups, regular checks to ensure say budgets ni plans amodi abanu they follow it. So that's good governance. Yes na we are in charge no kra, you are safe. Obi etimi nka say we diska because there are regular audits and reports.
Okay, now we move to EGA, Kudi, the cash component. You talk about diverse funding sources.
Yes.
What about securing private sector partnership, yes. Corporate sponsorship, yes. International grants.
Yes.
Then you also come down to sustainability. Mm-hmm. Then the funding and accountability. I wanna dedicated 20 million over 5 years na EBA. Nem dedi kan odisheba. Susuan passe aban ebe tebri sa 20 million afibia. Say aban soon ma. How do we source this funding? Na usha your sports no attractive enough the corporate investment you bet me resistance outside government coffers.
Yo nana me that's it. Make us say I'm not expecting government to raise all the money. Government can, me personally, I think government can, looking at our resources. Sometimes politicians...
Now, see, one tournament, I could say 20 million.
Government can raise this money. But me, because of the situation I know and how Ghanaian politics is and governance is, I won't depend solely on government for this amount. Even though I know governments can make this funding available to them for this development plan. The other thing I'm talking about is partnership locally. Nana?
More.
There were over 1,000 corporate entities in Ghana. Where taxes are almost here. Any ebinomo taxes are almost EVAD. This money is nothing. There were companies where Ghana almost making over $100 million a year. Ebinomo making billions of dollars a year. Ebinomo balance sheets in billions. Some of them are state-owned, some of them are private-owned. And these institutions usually do corporate social responsibility.
Expose an area they'll be interested in.
Of course. That's why I'm saying you need a systematic plan strategy for them to follow. Nana, what's what? Nana Mekan. My boss, Nana, I come to me, 100 cities. Now, neighbor, the same example I gave earlier. Nana, who him? You say, Debia, who to a piano? Me per se, I'm not a piano, Koyama. Oh, now, me no me free ha. Me free, me take Kwashiman. But how many 100 cities? The whole week, me to a piano. Between the two, one are these 100 cities?
Oh, whole week now. Well, bottom ends whole week now.
So it is how you present your case.
Right.
Who pays cars over Mamiska? Why not the amount? But you need a plan, a strategy.
But we had previous ministers talking about, it's going to be private, public partners.
You have to walk the talk. Everything has to be pragmatic. GMPs are unsupported Black Stars.
GMPs
are collapsing.
And collapsing.
GMPs are collapsing.
And collapsing.
There have been lots of government institutions that almost supported sports.
Yeah. Goldfields.
Goldfields are collapsing.
There be.
So the institutions are there. And government knows the institutions that are making good money in their business. We have an agenda. Even if you want $1 million each from 100 companies, saying
that's 100 million.
Okay. Say 100 no edos one. 20 companies. Ubi alpha 500,000, right? Saying
our companies then on being free.
Yes, and that is where we are coming. Also, more incentives. Into our company, so then we hear free a buy ho. Oh, we hear away for a buy. Okay, a buy bay we amount. So you hear this. It is win-win situation. Every company needs something from government. Every company wants to expand. AB ope infrastructure. AB ope BB. They pay taxes. Ebi no taxes crowd blue the American.
Sure.
Oh, mo taxes no. Oh, yeah, levy way because you hear away from ho. And that money is still coming to government anyway. One levy taxes no. Why the AB 1 million on ho? You are investing it in sports. It still comes to government. It's the same thing. And that is the first step. Local companies now make it sikano. Now me breaking it down.
Sure.
You can take $1 million from 100 companies or $500,000 from 20 companies or still divide it. You can widen it or even take $100,000 from 1,000 companies, which is easier. What you say? Uko mining sector hona bebre or bank balance. Uko your friend is saying forestry industry bebre. Uko energy sector bebre. Uko construction sector bebre. Their contracts are in hundreds and millions of dollars. Into $100,000, $1 million on fili.
And cano sir.
And cano, especially when you're also giving me a tax break or you are helping that company in another diverse way of BB or here free or buying. And in turn, you are building your sports, which is also going to grow your GDP, create more employment. Nana,
so beyond the 5 years, how do you sustain this?
Neighbor, from local way of getting money to support.
Sure.
Internationally, like I said, there are grants. There are sports grants across the globe. Bibre Waho, Minister Ba, I can show him. Ibu Kuwait, Ibu UAE, Ibu Qatar, Ibu Germany, Ibu Spain, Ibu Italy, Ibu US, Ibu Canada, Ibu Australia. Grants for sports.
Wow.
Aside that, there are foundations for sports. Aside that, there are billionaire sports owners across the globe. Uko India. Omo billionaire bi or football team or America rugby team or baby still he wants to invest. Uko America billionaires baby. They are there. Who the proposal ko to many billionaire. Ye here say Ghana sports ebia no because we are rugby team. Rugby for here 1 million for say. Plan ni udi shemwa say rugby yesia say ni ebema. You see, we must approach it with a business mindset. Say enye se yeji sika di. But sika ni yedi ya dia mfaso ba ni peko ma sika no ono so benya ho mfaso. That is the only way somebody will give you money. Nye so dey chew.
Right.
So we have the local plan ayebeji wo businesses ho ha. We have the grants, we have the foundations, and we have the sports business people around the world who wants to invest in sports, and they're already doing in Europe and Asia. Why Africa? Why Ghana? Let's show them the why, and they'll bring their money here. Sustainability, no, and also a bold and visionary leader, no. Who also has our continuous audit, continuous checks, no.
Say amount for NUS can. Yeah,
every year, every 6 months, evaluation. Then you can say be first 6 months. Yeah. Then you enter me then you follow, you correct it. You got the next 6 months, and then yeah. Okay, in a whole year, yet me achieve a target. Yeah. Okay, yet me we then you answer me we oh you achieve oh you answer me then we. So you are checking yourself. Once you are checking yourself, that's the sustainability. Now we are there now and check how do you sustain it? So we must follow up with the regular audit, monitoring, and control.
Well, I wish you for and come on I did. It's 11:30. You need the chief executive officer of Mr. Toss and Cheap Tickets and Kasa. Beyond being a renowned sports journalist businessman or say travel and tour expert and the company Mr. Toss cheap tickets. And you know, Shannon so from an ancient or called Bahamas. And all about investors or my willing some do music be sports onim de all can was because of international exposure or no so wetimi enya.
Nana oka Bahamas, me call Bahamas.
Aye.
Na me per business class
Tickets.
the B in a coin.
Okay.
From Accra to London, me am a business.
Okay.
And from London to Nassau, my business. Business.
Nassau no so Bahamas wa. Capital.
Capital.
Wow.
My business. To me premium economy. Premium economy no. Na aka nkrofo be 10 na ema. Economy na nkrofo be 5 penalty. What does it tell you? Bahamas kafo ne call. Yenya dru ye no.
Aye.
Commercial flights are me hu e be miensa pe. Dia ka nyina e private jets over 50.
Oh Bahamas one.
Bahamas. Hotel a me die. Pilots nkwa. Nti me hu na me say, oh, which airline? So no, I came with Gulfstream. From Brazil, we brought the superstars. And a hotel, I made $400, and I'm full say me a guy. I want a pilot, so then I'm buy a $4,000 hotel a night. So you go to these places. These are people who are enjoying. Bahamas, yes, business. So these are people we look out for who are interested in sports, and they will invest. Because OG Nenikwano, I was spending $4,000 a night. Now the plan aba say me 1 million within 5 years no. Let's me 1.5 and now 2 million on famba. And you are a nation. You see, businessmen like doing business with governments than private individuals. Because with governments, when they say government their country name grane. It's all in the car, we there especially when it's contractual, the beard than the queen. Enti Nana Kofi Adams, I welcome him. I want him to be bold. I want him to be visionary. I want him to use this plan in connection with Onosoni vision or one. If it's the same, hallelujah. And yet the same, or inculcate way, don't take bold decisions to turn Ghana sports. Nana, you see, sometimes people don't see the rippling effect too. Time I will radio gold.
Aye.
Ghana, any the first World Cup, Germany.
Yeah.
Now, media men, politicians, supporters do oben na akọ Germany da.
Debbie. How now the one who call you singing no.
Into the rippling effect say sports disciplines no to kwanya. It gives opportunity for a whole industry to travel. And traveling also, this is where I want our people to know. When the ministry and the sports managers are traveling for these international competitions, they shouldn't just go for the competition. We share America for team. We share Algeria for team. We share Kuwait for team. No more interacting. No more networking. No, be so say, na mo way no way anything. Am government man saying, oh, they be billionaire way. Oh, Denmark, NMI way. Then you are learning from there. You are connecting
to know how they done this.
I didn't see one name copy. You don't know how to do it. Copy China. Sure. China phone bar first, no. No be ampe. Sisi iPhone invane no.
China.
Samsung invane no.
China.
Tecno any Samsung nyepe.
Aye.
Omo nyina free China.
Aye.
Hey, Samsung here the flip phone. Tecno nye bi.
Aye.
Tecno dey any Samsung difference wo. Sadi na ya papa. Tecno dey metimi akase kra ne charge ne kra no eche since Samsung. Mebo a.
Aye.
Enti nka Tecno anye copy a ama sisi awa me master.
Sure.
And as you see, templates no wo. I sometimes find it interesting say obi beba in a leadership role, especially a government role where you have influence, where you have power, where people want to meet you to do business, both local and international, and you leave it just to think of enriching yourself. Say ubenya $10 million be wa account munkwa. Enya o de say wo happen so wanya 10 world boxes. What happens so all the national teams are qualified for World Cup. Benso Athletics Championship, Ghana, 50 disciplines are winning. That is the kind of laurel you need. And yes, and with that laurel, no, the international world will even be calling you. Ghana we are in the same patch Ghana we are in the same bra. Kenya fro, South Africa fro, Namibia fro, Arab for two fro. So you catch a niche for yourself. So the bold leader must take bold decisions to transform Ghana sports. And yet, the down kitty now, but the akukon kitty down will be na near man na be musika.
Right.
You understand?
I understand?
So that is the kind of leader I'm looking for in sports to transform it. I don't want the everyday normal things now. Now Kofi Adam be normal there in the next 2 years. I will rage against him. Because we want the sports to succeed. It will create employment, it will create development, and it will boost the economy. That is what we need.
That leads me to my next question. Kofi Adams Kasanon was it and we say ube engage sports media no, to find out the problem. But there's also the flip side of the argument. Dibadu don't argue say sports media no kwa. But they don't bring pragmatic solutions. Some ministry we and a minister we best succeed ya. Role ben pan media no also mu play.
Nana, engagement there you have to engage. Because who ye bibia obi tietra na otimi say now we see we go straight to but me here no answer we call left side. Who cow then you come back on track. So the engagement of the stakeholders very important. Media very important. But if you don't have a plan, and no, and I will say unehi. We engage media no moka say yepewe. No I can say this will be buy no. Niema moka no. E plan. It's plan no. First year ni say ni no. Nana who follow track na media be di what?
Debbie.
Media be ka say onya ade. The only thing I mean is that if you are there, once me and you know, I can say over 10. I feel why 7, why 8, even though it's a pass mark, but to say 10 year school, more room for the improvement. But say backlash, no, a very minimal when there's a strategic plan and you are following the plan. Now, say plan B and near a train for Kobo de Bia for the sports there. Of course, we have for Kobo is two things. Who succeed here? Yay, why are they? One succeed here, you be boichi. And that is what it is. But when there's a pragmatic and a systematic plan, one year dear cry, and you are following the plan, so, they've been a sad no plan any. So yeah, but still a plan, then people will understand. But when there's no plan and you are failing, people will chastise you. But when there's a plan and you didn't succeed, they say, that's a plan about the same. Then you scrutinize the plan and say, are we on the right track? Yes. If we are not, then you but the plan we must follow. So there must be a plan to follow to ensure that we succeed in the agenda of transforming Ghana.
Mr. Mohammed Alhassan, CEO, Mr. Toss and Cheap Tickets, or a businessman and renowned Ghanaian sports journalist. And your favorite and your most authoritative Max Sports Park on Max FM and Max TV. You say again, Pesca. Yankwe, Max Mega Cash Lucky Box promo. Sika ne bema. Upeska bo ataswana. Generally be very, very crucial, man. So if you need money, just grab your mobile phone and dial *426*8# on any network. Now, fe diabebano ube di echire sa nkosi se ubenye ska boom. Now fe wati home and from 100 Ghana cedis to 50,000 Ghana cedis every day. You don't miss out on the chance to become a millionaire. You can also play and win instant prizes on our website www.max.com.gh. This is your chance to win 50,000 Ghana cedis and it's just a box away. Just dial *426*8# on any network and win amazing prizes. The Max Mega Cash is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform and is for persons 18 years and above. Remember, terms and conditions apply. But your Obi said, Mr. Kofi Adams should wear his white ninja dress, but not the black dress ninja, because the mafias have baby sharp teeth. Good morning. This is from Mutala. But your Pempino. Dodo na ka say Ministry of Youth and Sports mafia bi wo ho a wo kwa ye be hawo ye be mo unsesi from ye be mo wadwuma no atosin wo bakra na se wo de wo ko bata football for a wo wadwuma no enye ye sansem no etesen wo ye adwuma wo hoda
no na see him intina na make say you need somebody who has some knowledge about the sports industry so that some mafia no you can curtail it. Yes, there are groups of people. There are groups of
who have interest.
There are groups of people who have an agenda. That is why it's a become bold and visionary. It is not say true cow. Because when you're bolder, Obi agenda na obi cartel. Untimi mbubu no ana untimi ensta step no. Cause one in a year, on also be. So yes, there's mafia. And of course, it's not only in sports. In all the various sectors, there's mafia. What's you say?
Yeah.
Now sports, you know, and that is why I keep hammering, say, if you do not have a plan, you will fail. And not just a plan, but a strategic and visionary plan. Because omo cartel, omo mafia, omo planner, they will be forced to follow your plan and inculcate themselves into your plan. But who only planner? On the say, oh, bra, I say no, because you don't have a plan, you go and fall into the hands of some mafias. Oh, sports minister, sports minister, say. What you say? Uba now only pragmatic solution to the problems, sir. Because of Brian, we minister, yen you ha check, ye juma 20 years, we buy no failure, faha, yeah.
It was also team.
You set it trap amount. You set it trap amount.
You say you set it trap amount ministers be down.
Bebre.
No mutom.
Bebre. Either say kasa why you do na de omeka waka you na de obeti weti de and I say uwe buga and I say ube fall into trap. Me senior Nilante de no buy buga.
But you
man be wo kra me ka say mo onye no ye.
What Nilante leadership style?
Yes.
Nankebebo, because after the announcement of Kofi Adams, do not say, President, I say called Nilante, but why you Adam Kokuya Boamunya? They started campaigning for Nilante.
Need the no extreme.
Na extreme, or your man broso.
On say Bibia you on a level. Menu opinion no. Oba be 2 BT baba no me catch wrong. Say best say. E me so ka ho.
Ya ko match no.
Yes. One absumuba.
I benu no mensam.
Me no kasa say ni yes sir ni BT baba NDC. Mr. Pia.
Oh, le list from Kapia.
Papa. Yentinase ni enkasa. Omo nye abontinfo. Eso BTA. Yes watch wa ha. E pese obi fufu ba. Yenye succession plan. Say. I say, oh, Debbie, you tunu na ye, and I'm muko tu no,
and I'm Francis Do Dubai.
Ecosystem. A part of Francis Do Dubai, respectfully, no disrespect, respectfully, he's a very revered person. A part of it may transform your sports one.
Debbie. And I will Obras Dubai.
Francis Do du free Dubai. Minuya penny absu. Benuno Mensa. Ghana sports are transform one. Nana transform. We call a spade a spade. Has Ghana sports transformed, revolutionized?
Debbie. At least we made some gains, but not significant gains.
Why any gains?
Well.
Leader Ben on your gains. You see, that is why I'm saying, let's stop the normal things. Say normal.
But
say GOC train. Drew a year competition.
All African game na almost sorry.
No support kakra, mo bia kakra. No, say is that what we want? Should we continue like that?
No. And
the next 4 years, send a GOC Aaron, Aaron is the next 4 years, sports minister ba. Ono the obia budget onye no normal. Oh, okay, sports football for if that is what we want, let's do it. Then the sports no say be year. I'm saying we need to transform the sports and we must do extraordinary things. We must kill ourselves. Yepe independence no. Ye na nanum Kwame Nkrumah ne big sis no mo die.
Debbie.
No mo ye niema normal say oh abrofo.
Debbie radical things.
Yes.
But
we have billionaires around the world. Almost starting niema ye say mo bodam.
Yeah.
Tim Cook ne your friend is saying iPhone ni pa your friend is I've forgotten the name. Almost started say, oh, kita phone, no keeper. So that time, Nokia pad ne woho. You say, now we were border man, then oil. He has revolutionized it. Now why him say Nokia, be free system no. Ama sisi Samsung ni iPhone and any Techno and a trendy. You see, so I'm talking about taking pragmatic, bold, transformational decisions.
My friend is Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, Tim Cook. The history is there. You share the richest man in the world is here.
Elon Musk.
SpaceX nyemo oye. Enye nana uhe na uza kwa so oboda.
Unthinkable.
or fly near Marco space or see a person or no commercial at the end or your cyber truck or your electrical so what about that and yeah the mafia oil industry yanka mafia muton oil me almost sell business. See electric cars is the new thing. So you need somebody who break barriers, stop the normal things. That is the only way, Nana. Na say be normal there, and you say any team. Na world championship da. You be call competition si sa kwela la suli la basa. Ba o person winning world championship, o person nya world boxers, o person who winning world cup from all the levels, under 17 women, under 20 black stars. You need to do pragmatic, transformational, bold decisions to get things done. Unya sana be normal there, your team and your sports would never grow in this country.
Na NDC know what 10 key points in their sports manifesto.
But what mama?
Oh, mo so we there only money.
And some because they were taking one after the other.
There be a time so but are you we are convinced sir? Bossa omo share Ghana for say omo the Ghana sports ba could do no. Me.
I believe in President John Mahama. Because Oyobia wabedi president and what's the any wahu the echo. And the good thing that I'm happy about say neba sisia into sports. Sharaf. And all your boxing or your so at least ebema president so any aqua sports. And I believe whatever he puts in his manifesto he wants to achieve. Inti na meka say minim so ni Kofi Adams atena say Kofi me plan you
Ubetimi aye.
Ena Kofi Agye atum nti wantimi anje anya e be no sobo because of course the manifesto promise for sports even though for me it's not enough no it should be achieved
right
niambo mabaso say niamma amuka say mo be mo 10 AE pointers no mo achieve analysis mo anya 70 to 80%. If not then we are doomed.
But your minister no government they will largely be judged on their success in sports generally. But amount for say Ghanaians will not forgive this government if Ghana is unable to qualify for the World Cup of 2026. But you're forming new management committee headed by your own good brother, Dr. Randy Abbey.
Yeah.
Now, yes, I'm for new sports minister. Mpacho, NDC government in Ghana could 2 World Cups. They say Black Stars in a form area nankampese wadwane kra na watu akowiem Ghana ebetimi akọ World Cup 2026 afutuo be na odebema sa empenifo ya yeyi omo the new management committee and the new sports minister on how Ghana can qualify for the World Cup that every Ghanaian wants to go.
Nana say pednu krepa senior Black Stars team ne etino. I don't think they ever qualify.
Oh, Mo.
Ghana, it will be difficult for us to qualify for the World Cup.
What's he saying? A bit difficult to Ghana to qualify for World Cup.
Team
Hey, Mo.
Number 2, Black Stars Management Committee no mugu no mude for buy no so. Mujuma so now you are giving a very daunting task to seasoned people. Yes, my big brother Randy is well vexed. He knows the ways and means. And you see. It will only take ways and means, football, terms, knowledge, any sports, for us to qualify. Now, say team way on their own, qualify. They cannot qualify Ghana because the team is weak.
Jordan, Kudus, Semenyo,
the
Inaki.
team is weak.
Coaching,
poor. I'm surprised.
So you are down for.
Onye madam for say any time I woke up near no number onye madam for say a report to near interview no but it's not a friend you be a Makasset say Stephen appear ni lie my friend no me sir.
Yeah.
You understand but you know say my interview that woke up German na yes I don't even know so whom you can recognize me there but I'm very disappointed in him. Obi a what's not German with this German philosophy. I don't even know the kind of tact is been here
and no what that is.
So
coach
the team is poor tactically to the coach. I don't know. Just say Nemaya Troka and Omudi Ejuma Kessie Ebabe to Randy Stephen Apia no Cruise no so. Randy knows how. Stephen Apia knows how. Randy managerially ways and means only be able to qualify. Stephen Appiah also knows, and on the field he may advise them, but say on betimi aye no and any asem most paka wo ono nso wo experience betimi aboa, but say team no ni coaches no betimi aye niema Randy mo be kwa bre aye we say mean say yemfa en qualify na omo akugu omanim ase.
But we otoado anka wo be ma Andrea you abe lead team ni biom.
Ni nyina begina form. How you see, since I'm started sports broadcasting, our main focus, any complaint, a form of players, and a quality of players, and a players that will deliver. Now there are 3 sections that a coach must look at. Number 1, players or more form. Number 2, players or more deliver. And number 3, quality players. You can't do your selection based on only one of the sectors. You will fail. We used to form players in Kwana. It takes time. And no, we should forget about this World Cup and use form players for the next World Cup. If you prepare them like that, you will succeed. But you need players who will deliver. Your player only form.
Yeah. On
board 90 minutes. But boss, it's a game out. You need those kind of players for tournaments, for qualification. Okay, first qualification now. Players there qualify, you know, about 40% didn't go to the World Cup.
Jutex, Godwin,
Atra, Baba, Amando.
Yeah.
Omanshe. Didn't they contribute?
They did.
Yes. So in a team, that is what you need. You need form players. You need people who will deliver. You need quality players. Quality ni omo actually.
You need to
it will be about 10%.
Wow. 7 more minutes to midday. Mr. Mohammed Alhassan, CEO of Mr. Tours and Cheap Tickets. Now you do Pablo Chaco. Me who serious ah.
Me who say no of a hiti. Where they here part 2.
Unya interview. Now no and now unya no ko na. Oh, it's all 2 kwa be there no.
Na me wo be ye me hwe me sheet ni so na ye 56 questions.
Edma Mohammed.
Yes.
Metro on office. Yeah, the camera this Ebema now the call.
Part 2 the enka ot hade ye nyina ye show no.
There be who call no officer. You be find live in free no office. Or no nya da gensa ma abio. Why?
We the guy boy near reset it. He said the new name for this particular year reset.
Say Kofi Adams friend, why not?
What I say? Who say a man for Kase in the last 5 years. Nyamama den wa good game, especially football. You need to reset it. Yeah, the Kofi Adams Aba. We are hoping say catch this obenya deputy bia or ye industry person, a typical sports person. Nanka wabuano. What I say, ye league. You making sure say in the last 4 years, league now consistent. How they bet mabuana are enyan sunsanto within our national team. That's all Baba Boyen. What I say, you were performing Ghanaian players, but the moment number last time just now, and just then. And they are performing Ghanaian players but the national team the same performance never. Those things linear as somebody work over various tournaments, work over our leagues. May you sure so who some can. Intimate where they must go to go for me.
Charlie, you be a line.
Part 2.
Me and my production. Who be part 2? All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, madam. Hello, good morning. There be a line. I'm so no crajin in sem. And in T. Obviously, please can you update us on the start times coverage of the Ghana Premier League for the second round? Thanks. Joe or Fanko. Joe? Ya crajin in sem wa. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Radio Adam Pacho beti mama o radio no volume na conform.
Yeah, let me hear. Hello?
Pacho yetio. Too bad. You should have gone straight to your point. Hello? Yes, sir.
One man new.
One man that's it.
And then I go fire sports person free.
One man ha. So what was them akofa mo aba?
Oh. Kale michiame pa. Okay, one man there. Because okay, one man pa there.
No pam supporter ben on kan. Okay opa.
Kale ono anu nyuma ya tisolo no. Ya just tisolo no say wa me. Yaku wanting to come no money quantity, not getting no one say, Anna,
One man.
I'm come out to Enra. Barcelona, young one, dear, me that you want Mantia said that. I'm a music free. By Yashi, Menace, I'm with the Attica. Now, was it close when 11 o'clock when somebody said no more
11:59 and you made 11:59.
If you never press when I get 8 minutes, I got to go.
Mienka and the Yanka Sports Ministry now say Mienka no mi why.
Martin and I'm going to Bimbra.
Yamisha
And then what can we
Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for your call. 055 003552. Hello.
Hello, Nana, Baburio.
Mr. Dansun Pache, that's a swaba.
Good day, ma. I'm going to Yame. Over to Nana, Mr. Wadia, Idioma. Mamma, go to your first 5 matches, Mammy, and one of you are never making home. First 5 matches, second round, Mr.
Mpacho, first 5 matches. Asante Kotoko, second round.
Aye.
Mpacho Mati, Meya Mansi Apon. Why?
Yo, that's it.
Yamisha Bibri, yeah, that's it. Usubeti Bana, Udwa Drink Shaba, Yaka Sports Ministry, Mohammed Dinin, Development Plan, Aba, 100 million agenda, Ebefa. Hello.
Hello, alaikum.
Alaikum salam mutala. Sanuka de.
Allah mo ya zo kai kai outside da shi ma ba.
Kazan kama boss nake guy.
To send two radio groups.
Ba izi bani.
Wa naji tawaran shi dewa gidan can radio go shi da Mr. Adamu Rishi.
Gaskiya ne. Gaskiya ne.
Abin da ya fari duka. Wa na send maka message of the mafia of the GFA people. Mr. Kofi Adams to do a country that show. It's a kind of show. When sorry. The person they asked me to Max Sports for say they are able interview Mr. Kofi Adams and I best stress motivate in the brain life for myself and say person to me see the look the
Bajo ya kra ya dwen wonra intino oni adwen kra yepe nyamisraw
mo nana. Na chia any why mama why
you
the reggae need the sister so am I.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. All right. Hello.
Hello, Nana. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Minister ni Ashamani.
Minister that's a swaba.
Ade mo fan cheme adwuma ni ti em se mo nkomo no me be tie won finfin ho bebi. Ba ni ni ano sports na bi. Adi me tete ai se obi ebeka se ebi a players a eni no se wo ko stadium a wan na wo ko hwe no nti na amanfo nko stadium no a minister ni pa no enya dwinkra because obeka ya season sa mudashiru agadas mo lamte mo o ma mo one season o so na stadium nyema issue no enye players a wo kwa akohwe o mo but yemfa no ye transport system say ni say minya anka kuma say every time they are not akohwe ball and so what is say a car obebo untumi nsan komba wahon we ni ade na wo say ministry ni hwe na yen railways no omutumi eyemayen ama obetumi akokuma se aba because the black star bobo say na stadium yema enye kumase fo nko an ebi mu fitamale ni ade eba and say all the start time say you kwa be a year say amanfo aya ehwe online wahon ade no ye bokoto commerce ya bebi a me wo pa mitimi fata akọ areka wahon ade no akọhwe bo nti ye rewe asem no na o san stadium no environment ne ti say
minister FNC
o ko mo abrebi abenya amofo bebre o mo wahon ade because o is nice nti stadium no hot say blackboard I see ho because camera ko ato so ahun so aba TV so
yo minister yeah the BCA the final words number more special guest Mr. Mohammed Alhassan. Mo, your final words.
Nana, wait there, Madam Wase. The first
interview for the 2025 in
in fact, for a very long time. I don't remember
the last time we are interview on.
We interview American sports matter. We interview American tourism, travel opportunities. Madam Wase, but I think senior NDC are buyable with a reset of the economy. No, we need to reset every sector of the ministry. and of course with special emphasis on sports ministry. I welcome Kofi Adams. We are available to offer our support, and I want him, like I said, to be bold, visionary, and take transformational decisions that will leave a landmark. Sports minister Sibi Brain, Abo Mabeyebi, ono onja dimpa, Emma no ho. Na said I'm a kayano, or to me follow a pragmatic, systematic plan, or follow up with backing funding, or be succeed. More on fa, and Ubia friend we kasa no with it. Yes, do stakeholder engagement, listen to the people, inculcate the ideas and the advice into your plan, and follow your plan. My plan any bold, transformative, and visionary. And no, and we are. Minister Ibaye, Ghana Sports Assistant.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed Alhassan, CEO of Mr. Tours and Cheap Tickets, former manager, Kempon Travel and Tours, former communications director, Inter Allies and Pure Joy, now Akachi, was former spokesperson to the Charles Marshall Bellip Committee of the Ministry of Youth and Sports in the old NDC regime. International sports journalist with extensive coverage of international sports events, or entrepreneur and a businessman, or no NNM or Bekayensa. And most importantly, my boss and my head of sports at Radio Good. On a solmensa and no me coin. Yami shall be bremo se Obekayensa. Thank you, Nanedu. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, Tony Beble and Valerie for the production. Support came from NY, DJ Oli, Emmanuel Mensa, Mr. Majiti, Tony Odum, Michael and Daniel, Godwin. And afimpo yenwa ye freno pike there all right and pike yana kivo fusase ye beda max buy techno mobile omtai chini edi jumede ne buy yen standard start times ase ye frame nana dakwa jesse. Thank you very much, Mohammed Alhassan, for gracing our show. Nyami aduma echna obesanti enka yeda Obi Biasi, Yebesen Biom. Up next is Reggae Max with DJ NY.